Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather, and we are underway from Cincinnati. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Bengals. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead in an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. First play, Wilson wants to throw it. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Burrow on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Bengals had 4-9 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bengals have moved out in front. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, is swapping that onus back and forth.
Going right back to Beckham here, complete. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jarvis Landry. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching their... And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again?
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
11.
On second and a long way to go. Burrow going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
Inside the 20.
And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Fant. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and this is caught at the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. A draw play for Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase,
23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Wilson's throw complete there to Beckham.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Rashad Penny with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here we go.
That's good. Cincinnati Bengals.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts
Here we go.
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's a run with Mixon. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
11-90.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 75. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he completes it to Beckham. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
24-yard gain of play. And the Seahawks first down.
On first down, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Down the numbers. There he goes.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Wilson will throw again. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. 36 yards.
And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tariq Woolen picks it. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He's up to the 20. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. To throw again is Wilson. Throw out wide to Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards. Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Gun.
6 yards left on second down.
11 mighty.
Burrow looking to pass. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. So the ball moves from one 38 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They gotta go.
They go play action with Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those clean.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
On 1, ready?
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick 6, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Okay, we'll take one back against you.
Bengals 42. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On 2.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. After the pick 6, here's Burrow again. This goes out wide for Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Here we go.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we gotta go score.
To throw, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 33 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flag to catch. Tomorrow.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net them 23 and a 1st. Throwing now is Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Wilson to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Wilson on the keeper. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
11 empty, 11.
Now Burrow.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Burrow.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense